Hello, everybody. I'm Rhea Zenko. Yes, I did change my name. I thought it made more sense this way. Um, but I'm still the same person, just different name. Uh, we're gonna be doing some Genshin today. A whole bunch of stuff to do. 4.3 just dropped. Navia's gonna pull for Navia. Gonna try out the teapot. Gonna do her story quest. All this cool stuff. So, oh my gosh, it's a lot. But first, let's go into the game. Okay, so first off, I wanted to point out to this everybody that this thing is actually like completely free. You don't have this whole section. Like you don't need to go to um the museum or anything to get this reward, like with the code or anything. It's like right there, and this thing is apparently really big. Um, I'm gonna claim it now, but we'll take a look at it later once we get into the teapot. But at least let's see what it says. So spring finds the fortress as birds and feather fly, moon glided in burnished bronze, ancient odes sung by stone, lost in thought, drifting in dreams, recalling the magnificent scene, or finding it once more. So I like that. I like how Genshin really tries to connect with like real traditional like art and things like that. I know they did this and they did like the egg carving and they did the bottle painting and stuff. They did like videos. They also have like a cooking thing going on too. I think it really is nice because it sort of accentuates the how to put it. It accentuates the traditions of China that you might not have known about. And so I just think it's really nice. So, but let's claim this. Ah, what does this say? Okay, so a statue of Rex Lapis with an opulent golden mask in hand, a commemoration of the time he entered a certain strange and wondrous realm. The mask is solemnity itself and strikingly decorated. It has the air of an object that seems to be telling a tale that harkens back to some mysterious and wondrous history. So that's pretty good. Then we'll be doing this after we do probably Navia pulls. And there's this too. And we also have test run. Okay, so going into this a little bit. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Oh, also in the mail you have the compensation stuff like that, but there's also this which I'm not going to click on it right now. But it seems like it is a little web event, and apparently you can get 40 primo gems, more, and adventures experience. But we can do that one later. First, we are going with the Navia pulls. So I like setting up for my pulls to kind of help increase the luck. So I am pulling right here, which is right and underneath the Cora Fontaine.
The Steambird is an excellent publication. They have many outstanding journalists, and the editor-in-chief is always open to new ideas. But most importantly, they pay their writers on time.
That's important. Um, but basically, it's doing it here. This is where Navia's trailer happened the other day, or I guess yesterday it came out, and she was like sitting around this area. So we're gonna do the pulls here, and then for the team, I have Charlotte, who was like the first character that we saw taking pictures of Navia way back. We have Niviolet, who interacted with Navia quite a bit during the whole thing. We have Farina, who was there during all the trials, and we have Lynette, who was also there during parts of the trials, and also whatchamacallit. She was there during Navia's trailer as well. So we're gonna take a look into that and hopefully have a good time. So with the Navia pulls, here's the I guess the rub, the deets, whatever. Basically, I as you can see, I have definitely the 180 for her, so she's definitely coming home today. Uh, Thumbs up for saving. Um, Definitely gonna come home today. Um, However, it's going to be kind of the question of when. It's like, am I going to win the 50-50? Am I going to have to go all the way too close to 180? Excuse me, how many faces is she going to leave me? Because, you know, I'm going to be rolling for her, and then and then I also want to roll for Cloud Retainer in the next, or Danyun, as her name is now. I want to roll for her in the Lantern Rite patch, and uh, but I also want to have enough if Arselenio becomes playable, which hopefully she does. Crossing fingers. Um, so it's kind of like whatever Navia and Zanyu can leave me, which would be great. Um, Interestingly thing for this is that I actually really like this banner because it has Candace, Rosaria, and Sucrose on it, which are three characters that I actually really like. The only thing is I already have these guys C6'd because I've been playing for 3 years, and I've been rolling on other banners. So anything of getting from these, they'll just turn into Star Glitter, which still I guess works out because um it will be added to basically the Pantalone funds whenever he becomes playable. I'm kind of saving his funds on the side as Star Glitter. But so yeah, so I'll probably just kind of, if it's not gold, I'll probably just kind of do the skip button. Um because like I said, hitting any of these will turn into just Star Glitter. So it won't really matter which of these I get. So all right. So let's see. What's my pity? See where we're starting. Okay, so there's Farina. So pity is, let's see, 31. 31. Okay, so that's actually a pretty good start. Um yeah, I had 31 because I was also rolling a little bit more on Baizu's banner to see if I got a C3 Baizu. I didn't, but it's one of those, as long as I, did a roll or so and tried. All right, so this would be 41, and let's see if we can uh welcome not Navia home. Okay, it's pink. Oh, there's a Candace, and like I see it, like trying to see behind my head. I had to move my character over because apparently you have to leave your UID visible, and so I had to move my VTuber model over here. But hopefully it won't be too annoying. Um, but there you go. Okay, so that was 41. This is gonna be 51. It's pink. Um, yeah, normally I would write this down like, oh, who did I get when and stuff like that, but I have them all. So, okay, so we got a, and oh, the Wiz this. That was 51, so this is 61. Okay, Rosaria. All right, and this one is 71. Oh, another pink. They're gonna make me go past soft pity. Sacrifice fragments. Oh, and a sucrose. That's actually kind of cute. It's like, oh, there she is, and her, and a weapon, a good weapon for her. I think that's the good weapon. But sometimes with the weapons, it's funny because you go from like, ooh, which weapon is actually good in this character versus which weapon actually looks good with them. There's some weapons that are like, oh yes, this weapon is really good on or on this character, and then you look at it, you're like, it completely is complete contrast to their color scheme. But okay, so that was 71. So this should be 81. Oh, okay, here it comes. See who it is. scared me. I was like, wait a minute, that's not Navia. And I was like, okay, it's Kansas. Oh, hi, D Luke. Okay, it's a D Luke. That's okay. This is why you save 180. And it's okay. I use D Luke, so let's see. I think he'll be C4 now. I think maybe C3. I'll have to check, but okay. I kind of want to have Dia. That oh my gosh, that was so interesting. It's like look at because you look at this. It's like okay, so I the two standards I'm missing are Kaching and Dia. I like Dia just as a character, and you know people complain about her being weak, but I don't think she's that weak. I think she's actually pretty good. But then again, I'm not like going into the big meta or anything. But I kind of want Dia, and it's funny. It's like okay, so you get Candice, and then a lot of people ship her with Dia, and I did technically get a Pyro Claymore, which is what Dia is. Nope, not today. Oh well, maybe next time. All right, so pity is resetting. So let us go again. This is why you save 180. So this is 10. Guys, 20. Try again. 30. Thing is, at least my pity was 30 to begin with, so I actually, um, at the end of it, even if I have to go to the 180, I still have 30 in my pocket. It's not a lot, but you can't win the 50-50 every time. That's the thing. Okay, so this would be 40, I believe. Oh, double sucrose. Take a picture of that for my brother. He really likes his main is sucrose. 50. Oh, here she comes! Here she comes! Yay! There she is. Oh, she's so pretty. I was like, I know what from when I first saw her, I was like, she is so beautiful. I really want to have her in my party. You know, she's just so um you know bright and happy looking. And then we went to the story with her, and I'm like, she's a really good person and everything. And I'm just like, yep. As soon as she becomes playable, I'm gonna save for her. So now she's here. Yay! Oh. And a Chung Hi Chung. There we go. Eee! Ah, all right. I think that was 50 pity. So she even came home early. So we lost the 50-50, but she came home early. So I guess that works out. Um let's see. We went to 80. So I think we rolled 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Yeah, we rolled about 100 fates. So she came within 100 fates and we got a D Luke. So that's actually really good. So thank you, Navia. It'd be nice to me. All right. First off, let's add to Duke's constellation. Okay, yeah, so he'll be a C3. I for some reason I thought he was a C3 already, But I might have been thinking about another character. I know the other day it was funny because um the standard characters I have, okay, was Mona, Chi Chi, Diluc, and I just recently got Jean, so I have one Jean. I also have Tignari, but I had rolled for Tignari on his banner originally, so he so of course he showed up. um but it was kind of funny because I had like Diluc at C2 and Mona was at C2, and then I rolled on one of Zhongli's. No, I was rolling on Tignari's banner, and then and they also had a Zhongli rerun, and I rolled on both of them, and on both of them I got Chi Chi. So Chi Chi, who had started off as just Chi Chi, ended up as C2. It was like she wanted to join up with the rest of the group, and now I have a C3 Diluc, and oh yeah, and I have a C4 Mona. Mona keeps showing up. I don't even use her. And I know people are like, "Oh my gosh, you don't use Mona?" I'm like, not really. I don't know. I think it's like I have this sort of weird kind of negativity relationship with Mona because when I first started playing, she was the first one I lost my 50-50 to, and I was going for Zhongli, and I was a new player at the time. I wasn't buying Welkin, and I didn't have the funds to guarantee Zhongli. So I scraped and tried to roll every day until his banner was over, and he never showed up, and I was really bummed. Um, Also, too, before they kind of tweaked Mona's outfit, I felt very weird seeing a seemingly young girl's butt, especially since I'm straight, and everything. So that was kind of a weird one. But I don't feel so bad about her anymore. She's really good when fighting uh the pyrohypostasis because she can run around real quickly and keep it from igniting because once that thing's ignited, holy cow, it is very difficult to handle. Well, let's see, what does Fire and Steel do? Okay, so increases the level of Searing Onslaught by 3. Maximum upgrade level is 15. Okay, so it basically upped his talent. So I guess it made it more powerful. Ah, pretty good. Pretty good. All right, now to go to the star of the show. I just wanted to check out what that constellation did for Luke. We got Navia. All right. So I pre-farmed for Navia. Um, I like her sunglasses. It's just like, yes, I'm French lady mafia boss. Also, her gun umbrella is very reminiscent to a character I there's a book series um uh called the Amelia Peabody Mysteries. It's by Elizabeth Peters. If you've never read it, I suggest you go do so because it's really good. Well, on your hat. Um, it's really good. But in that, Amelia Peabody it has a parcel that she basically puts like a sword in, and she likes it makes it really the handle like really tough. So if she gets into danger, she can whack criminals who are trying to hurt her and stuff. Because she's an archaeologist, or technically she's an Egyptologist specifically. And she and her husband Emerson go on digs and stuff. But it's a really good one. But okay, all right. So let's level her up. Oh, okay. Yeah, they updated this instead of doing the whole, you know, uh, auto add. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, so basically it's acting more like they do for Honkai Star Rail instead of okay, click which one you want to use and then hold the button forever. So that's actually really nice. You have to be careful with this to make sure you don't accidentally like use what you don't want to use. But ooh, a new sound. We ascend.
This feeling, it's like a lemon cheesecake.
A lemon cheesecake. I like that. Whoop. Whoop. Oops. I skipped over her voice line. It's okay. We'll listen to it again later. She didn't do one for the other one. I was like, oh, okay, and then I missed it. And
Do you know that chocolate candy that's made in the shape of a bullet? It's so sweet. It's like an instant shot of energy to your whole body. Well, that's what this feels like.
I like her whole connection to sweets and stuff too, because I also have a pretty good sweet tooth, so I totally can relate to what she's saying. Oh, yeah, I had a feeling I was gonna have to tweak these. That's okay. I'm pretty sure I have enough for that, so just select these. Oh, it would be funny if I rolled these and Dea shows up. Or Kaching. I still thing. Let me go. I'll just go into my teapot. But woo, Navia. And like I said, she came within basically 100 fates, so she actually saved me like 80 fates. It was really nice of her because now I can put that 80 to Arsenio. Because the thing is, I already have enough saved up guaranteed for uh Zanyun. I think that's how you say her name, Zanyun, Cloud Retainer, basically. Alright, first of all, let me, since that's over. How isn't this pretty? I never noticed this. Oh. I can't access my other parties yet. Okay, I'll have to do that outside. I forgot this is a co-op area. Where is... How many do you need? Needs 8 of those. I also want to level up her talents, so I don't want it, I don't want to go overboard. I think you guys can still hear me over the music. I tried to adjust the sound so that it worked. Go and do.
All I need now is a nice pot of soothing tea with a little milk, and our tea party can finally commence. But seriously, one tea party wouldn't begin to repay you after everything you've done for me. So if there's ever something you need in Fontaine, know that Spina di Rosula will always be happy to help you.
Aw, she's so nice. I know when people first saw her, they were like, "Oh, it's Taylor Swift. It's Taylor Swift." And And I mean, Taylor Swift is a nice person, so I was like, oh, okay, okay, makes complete sense. And then Navia came out, and we saw her start to interact with people and everything, and she really is a nice person. She is basically Taylor Swift. But there you go. Yeah, her artifacts. Um, I want to go to her new artifact domain and grind those artifacts because it's a completely new set and apparently it's good for her. So, but let's check out her profile a little bit. Okay, so oh, actually, you know what? Let's before we do that, I need to get out of here. Because unfortunately in the teapot, when you pause, it doesn't actually pause, so you'll hear voices from the characters in the background, and I want to be able to hear what Navia says without having any of the other characters talking over her. So welcome, viewer. Nice to see you. I know I saw you come in before, but I didn't have a chance to say hi. So hi, I'm Rhea Zenko, doing some Genshin 4.3. So really exciting. So that was my full team. And the team I'm going to be using for a little while. This one. I want to put Navia there.
Count me in.
I kind of decided to, in order to be able to use my characters more often, and also kind of semi be happy that I have the characters on the banners. I set up my party so that it's going to be Baizu, one because he's my healer and I'm kind of a Baizu main. Zhang Li to provide a shield, and then I put the two characters for the two ruined banners that are running. So in this case, it's Navia and Ayaka. And so I can basically kind of be like, okay, you know, I have both of them, and I'm not like encouraged to pull or anything, or I remember that I have them, type of idea. In case I run into a banner for a character that I'm not interested in pulling on or don't have, um, or I can't pull on because I'm saving for somebody else, I'll have like probably one of the 4 stars on there instead. But I have both of them, so we got this right now. There she is.
I really want to go traveling. I don't mind where we go, as long as I have my friends with me.
It's kind of funny. She does the same kind of wind blow reaction that Chi does. Chi also has the wind coming up, and she's like, "Oh no, my hat!" And she's like trying to hold on to the little talisman on her hat. So that's cute. To watch Navi and Chi do that side by side at the same time. It's like, oh gosh, breeze. Got her parcel in her cool sunglasses. They even have little roses on them. That's cute. Yay! Oh yeah, I love her. She's so nice. She's also super pretty. Um. All right, so let's go over where there's not many NPCs. These ones are talking. I think these guys talk. Okay, so let's listen to Navia's stuff. All right, so character details. So Fontaine's laws are very strict, but its people are quite free-spirited. Fontanian society contains all manner of social organizations, clubs, or factions, all of which have their own origins, development, goals, and styles. For example, the short-lived Hat Jellyfish Association ostensibly promoted the protection of the waters and those living within, but was in truth founded by a band of oh gosh, explosive enthusiasts. By comparison, the Spina de la Rosula are a law-abiding, reliable lot, their overly rambunctious young president notwithstanding. In official statements, the Spina proclaims itself to be a citizen-oriented society that involves many walks of life and focuses its efforts on solving difficult issues amongst the common folk, and that it will cooperate with the Fontanian authorities where needed. It's kind of interesting because they say this, but the design is kind of mafia style, but they're like the good mafia. Let's see. If you ask Navia, she'll tell you that the Spina serves as a business partner with all sorts of people in it that will help with any problem using the velvet glove or the iron fist as appropriate. Neither of these descriptions are mistaken, at least in broad strokes, so you may choose the one you prefer, though it is worth noting that those who choose the latter wording will find it easier to make friends with Navia. Yeah, so don't think badly of her group. Alright, so let's listen to her voice.
Nice to meet you. I am Navia, the esteemed president, leader, commander-in-chief, executive director, and boss of Spina di Rosula. You strike me as somebody special, a person of character. Something tells me that this is the beginning of a long partnership between us. Perhaps even as long as all the titles in front of my name.
I like that. That's very cute. Yeah, whenever I listen to these, when I first get the character, I kind of like to view them as they're sitting down kind of with a traveler somewhere and they're just chatting and stuff like that. And it's just kind of a nice, calming, relaxed, you know, it's very cute.
I really want to go traveling. I don't mind where we go, as long as I have my friends with me. My time with the Spina has taught me that carrying an unreliable weapon is worse than not carrying one at all.
Yep, I can see that.
I do love Spina di Rosula's logo. It was designed by my mother. Have you noticed how it's shaped like a heart?
I do kind of wonder about that. Like, where's her mom? I mean, like we talk all about her dad and how her dad, died and so on and so forth, and it's all very sad. Poor Navi, she like cries. Somebody said she like cries 90% of her time in the Archon quest, which I wouldn't say she cries that much, but she does every time she pops up. She does end up crying, which is completely understandable considering all the garbage she goes through. Um, you know, but yeah, I do kind of wonder what happened to where is her mom. Maybe we'll see in the story quest.
It's raining again.
Uh oh. Nivulet's crying.
I should have covered my ears when I saw the flash.
Aw.
Maybe I should take off my hat and let the snowflakes fall onto my face. I feel like that would be really refreshing.
Kind of a nice spot.
Quick, look! Up in the sky! Look at that scorching sun! It's like a blast furnace! You know what this means? It means we have to drop everything right now and make a run for the ice cream store. We need to get 2 of the biggest cones they sell, and then it's an all-out race to see who can finish before it melts.
Oh my gosh. That suits her personality really well. But oh gosh, brain freeze.
Finally, the rain has stopped. Ah, my hat! No, my skirt! Oh, don't make me choose.
Uh-oh.
Sunglasses are great at keeping the sand out of your eyes so you can see your way. Except at night. Then you can't see anything at all.
Yeah, the other thing, this line is definitely for, of course, the Desert Sumru, but I kind of wonder if when we go to Natland, if they're gonna have more desert. Because, like, from what I've heard, Natland is, like, possibly going to be based off of South America, Africa, and Spain? or something like that. I don't know. It might be that Sumru got the desert of Africa, and that Natlan will get more of like the Serengeti type of grassland area. But who knows? We'll have to see. It's just a kind of a theory. So
Morning. Any plans for the day yet? If not, why don't you hang out with me? I've heard about this weird new kind of lasagna that's just come out. You want to try it together? Sounds like it'll taste pretty strange, but I still gotta try it.
she's like, let's just try it. It's like, please don't let me go alone though. That's cute.
In the headlines tonight, President of Spina di Rosula in awesome mood after spending another fantastic day with her favorite partner.
Aw, it is so cute.
Come on now, time to empty your mind and get a good night's sleep. I'll see you tomorrow.
That's a good advice. A good advice, to be honest. I know half the time when people are like trying to get to sleep, they stress themselves out so much they can't sleep. Sometimes you just have to lay there, and as long as you're not you don't have insomnia, like a medical condition, then it's like you just lay down, try to just think of a dark space or a place that makes you feel comfortable, and just let yourself go to sleep. The more you stress out about, oh, I must get a good night's sleep, the more you basically don't sleep.
I always say that blind optimism isn't the answer. If you want a bright future, you have to go out and seize it with your own two hands. So come over here. Now, take my hands in yours and give them a good shake. There. See? Doesn't that feel good?
Considering how much garbage she went through during the Archon quest and how much she cried, she's really pretty upbeat. Like I said, she says blind optimism isn't the answer, but she's like not blind. She's actively being you know making it so that she can be optimistic, which is nice. I like her.
Some people call me boss, others demoiselle, but none of that does anything for me. My favorite thing to be called is partner, but only by you, of course. So just know that my vainer side would be over the moon if you could indulge me a little more often.
Aw, I can see this being a ship line. I mean, really, something to share. Dogs, puppers.
My favorite dog breed of all is the chestnut hunting hound. You know how they have the little spots above their eyes? Oh, they look just like eyebrows, don't they? That's why they look so innocent and earnest all the time. Please keep this a secret from me, though. I don't want to hurt the other dog's feelings.
This makes it when I put her in the because we have the Fontaine teapot available apparently now, and so this makes me want to put her when I put her in the have one of those dogs next to her because I'm pretty sure you can catch one of those. It's a chestnut hunting hound. I'll have to look and see what exactly that is. I know they have a few different types.
If you've spent long enough in the Fleuve Cendra, you might have noticed that there are a lot of other groups in Fontaine besides the Spina di Rosula. Beware of them. They each have their own agenda, and they're not all friendly like us. If you ever find yourself in a tight spot, you can always ask Mr. Tetreault at the bar for help. Unless you're dealing with someone who isn't in the mood to sit down and have a conversation. In which case, White Glove will sort things out. You can count on him.
Oh my gosh, that oh yeah, there was a quest where we dealt with a guy named White Glove and a guy who was like the fisherman or something, and you could tell that they were like the cleanup crew for criminals and stuff that were bothering people, like under the table, get rid of them and find him in a lake somewhere. This implies that White Glove and that guy work for her. She really is the mafia. Thank goodness she's a nice person and on our side.
I really love the Pluie Lotus. It's such a beautiful color. work is basically, well, a little bit of everything. But the focus is always on solving other people's problems. Oh, that probably makes it sound worse than it is, though. Sure, I'm making other people's problems my own, but I always get a real boost out of being able to help people. Oh, I've loved baking ever since I was a child. Don't you think it's magical? You throw a bunch of random ingredients together in the right amounts, put the mixture in the oven, and then just watch as it slowly balloons up and transforms into a delicious treat. Hey, do you want to make gingerbread together sometime? We can make it into a fun little competition. See who can build the biggest, most beautiful gingerbread house.
I love her. She's so nice. This is a good way of thinking about baking too. You know, because she's totally right.
Ugh. Cleaning up after baking a cake is a nightmare. The flour just gets everywhere, and the leftover egg whites and cream go all sticky and gross. I'll just go find a helper.
That is the one problem, right? You make something and you gotta clean up afterwards.
I like trying new things for the surprise factor. But before you question my sense of taste, let me clarify that just because I can appreciate the novelty in a dish doesn't mean I'm claiming it tastes amazing.
She would be like the perfect partner for Zhangling. Like Zhangling's always coming up with new recipes, and she'd be like, "Oh, here, Navia, try it," and Navia would be like, "Sure." No hesitation, no. Maybe next time. She'd be like, "Okay, well, I'll try it once at least."
I never enjoy leftovers that have been left too long. It just feels like sacrilege to neglect the poor food when it's fresh, then eat after it's gone stale.
Hmm. Lasagna though, lasagna can taste really good, um, as a leftover. Although I do agree with her. If you leave it for too long, it starts to go bad, and then it's like, okay, no, now it's all crispy on the top. Now it's not any good anymore. I guess unless you like the crispy part.
This is some incredible cooking. Next time we head out together, looks like I should carry the ingredients and cookware and let you be the chef. Not bad. Next time you cook the food and I'll plate it. Then it'll look as good as it tastes. Oh, don't feel discouraged. The world needs people who aren't afraid to innovate.
Uh oh. Yeah, that's definitely an icky one.
Do you believe that wishes can come true? You know, like when you toss a coin into the fountain for good luck? As long as you throw enough coins in, one of your wishes is sure to come true, right? Well, anyway, today's your birthday, so I'm not leaving anything to chance. I've got a whole bag of Mora here dedicated to making your birthday wish come true. Whatever you want, I'll do everything in my power to make it happen.
Aw, the birthday wishes are always so sweet. Even for characters like, for example, Wanderer, who like he makes a big stink about it, but then you're like, he's taking you up into the air for like magical journey, and it's like, it's like, oh, okay, sure.
This feeling, it's like a lemon cheesecake.
Here's the one that we missed.
As the cream melts on the tip of my tongue, all my stress fades away. Do you know that chocolate candy that's made in the shape of a bullet? It's so sweet. It's like an instant shot of energy to your whole body. Well, that's what this feels like. All I need now is a nice pot of soothing tea with a little milk, and our tea party can finally commence. But seriously, one tea party wouldn't begin to repay you after everything you've done for me. So if there's ever something you need in Fontaine, know that Spina di Rosula will always be happy to help you.
Aw, it's so nice. Um, okay, so yeah, and then the rest of these, of course, are. Oh gosh, here's one about Arslenio. I like that. Yeah, so she's ones about Cloran, Charlotte, Jory, Farina, Nebulette, Risley, Arslenio, and Linny and Lynette. It's this is a complete masquerade of the guild. It's probably going to be something about like, oh, she helped me so much and stuff like that. But let's take out these.
Watch out! Coming at ya! Hey there! Feeling lucky? This one's got your name on it. Umbrella warfare, I guess. Fire! Well, with rocks.
With rocks.
A proper send-off from the Spina with love. Attack! That's the way. Whoa, what a stroke of good luck. Quick, let's pack it up. I'm loving this treasure hunt. Just a little longer. I must do my duty. Come on, Navia, focus. Leave it to the president. Reinforcements are here. I guess I'm going home.
The fallen lines are always so sad. I mean, it was understandable. I mean, they're the fallen lines. That's the whole point. But hearing the characters be like, I was like, oh no. This is why I have both a shielder and a healer on my team, basically at all times, because I'm like, yeah, I don't want you guys. I don't want you guys to suffer.
Sorry, partner. No, not me, too. What's your problem? Where'd that come from? Ow! I'm fine. Count me in. The Spina's on the case. I'll take the lead today.
Alright, so weapon-wise, I've heard that the weapon for the event is actually really good for her. But I believe I could currently put... Where's that other one? I believe this one was okay. Switch for her. And we want to go do artifact grinding. So just before that, as like she's level, oh, I forgot her talents, but she's level 90 and her HP is so low. It's like, because this is why artifacts are important. You wouldn't think they'd be so important, but it's like, nah, they're pretty important. Yeah, her talents, I was kind of pre-farming for them, but I kind of paused halfway at some point because I was like, I can't get her up to her higher levels anyway since I need the weekly boss stuff, and I'm also like it's like Farina needs one type of it, she needs another type. Found out that like Zanyu's gonna need the other type, so it's like you can't switch any of them over. You have to just go as is. But we'll level them up as far as we can for right now and do it evenly. And we'll just go from there, you know? Yeah, see, she needs these little doodads. I kind of made a mistake too, because when I was trying to get her up to have enough talent books, I went and I changed like a lot of my silver books into the gold ones, and then I realized I basically ran out of time, and so I didn't have enough silver books, so I have a whole bunch of gold books, not enough, but I do have them. I might need to do a little bit of Oh, let's see. A little bit more talent book farming. Oh, actually says what he does now. That's pretty good. And we're gonna have to farm a little bit more for that, but okay. It's alright. 9 of those. Probably could. We leveled her up all and needs the types. So that. And then this. Yeah. I went and fought the cute little animals for Nivolette, and I was like, okay, never again. Then they said, oh, you have to get the drops for the cute little critters. Um, uh, for Navia too, and I was like, I don't want to hurt the cute little critters. Yeah, so this will be tomorrow, so I'll have to just finish that up for tomorrow. Yeah, let's do that one. I can actually. I know they're gonna the talent upgrade if that reference is gonna be like, oh, do these two first and then do this one. I guess I'll do. Okay, I'll have to fix this one tomorrow.
My time with the Spina has taught me that carrying an unreliable weapon is worse than not carrying one at all.
Waterfall when? Where is that? Oh, it's right there. It's kind of funny actually, because like you have this artifact domain, which is by a mountain, and then you have this artifact domain, which is by a mountain. Bigger mountain, but a mountain. Yes, let's go over and open. There's so much stuff to do, and it's just like, oh gosh, what do I tackle first? It just plopped it right up there on the mountain. Because thank goodness Navi is wearing shorts under there. Because I'm like, she's running up the hill, and I'm like, I'm not intentionally trying to look at her bottom or anything. Righty. Yeah, and then this is the one she needs. Um, I don't know how well this one works because people were trying to calculate it out, and they're basically like saying it more or less works like the clam set, but like worse, apparently. So we'll have to let I guess the meta people try it out and see if it actually is decent, because unfortunately reading about it and then seeing how it works in the game and kind of being two different things. So, but actually, you know what? Maybe before we do our quest, we could do some of this. Let me go back to my spot. Actually, you know what? I'm really excited about the teapot realm. I don't know why, but I just really like the teapot realm. I like being able to design and decorate and kind of have a nice little cozy home area. And so let's do that first. I won't go too much into decorating right now, but I want to see it.
This realm is truly beginning to thrive.
Press rank and I'll pick up these, but I'm not going to pick up this yet. I want to save that for Fontaine characters. Here. Do some new plants. Nice. It's like, yeah, here's all of the sets. And we've been like, where's the sets? Whole bunch of this stuff. Oh, look at that. That's really nice. Oh boy. Alright, well let's buy the teapot realm first. Okay, so this lovely terrarium filled with beautiful landscapes was brought from Fontaine by the teapot traveling salesman Chubby. The scenes contained within bring certain images to mind, which can manipulate via the power of subspace creation to recreate the wondrous sights of Fontaine in your realm within. By that. Yes, let's see. Furnishing set and then also furnishing. I guess this is the outside ones. Let's buy these. I don't know if I'll have enough money for all of them, but I start somewhere. Then I'll hold off on these for a little bit. Pink. Go. Pain swirling scene in a bottle. I have to use it for my inventory. It's been a while since I've had to do this. Okay, here it is. Use. Realm layout unlocked. Please. Go. You have to roll. Also have to roll this. Before I do that, over here. Oh wait, I can't do that. I already have 4 in my pocket. What am I talking about? Let's just change the realm layout. See. Oh my gosh. We are really underwater. What's our map look like? We underwater for the whole thing? Looks like this might be above water. Let's do... It is pretty though. This area. Oh no, they're all underwater. Okay. I was gonna originally, I was thinking about moving one to if there was an above water one, but no, they seem to be all underwater. Let's first start off by these. We don't need more code because the mansion is a war point now. Luminescent Isle. Will it? Alright, so what's our sets here? City. Charlotte likes it. Oh, of course Navia would like this one. Remine likes the Melusine one. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to assume Sidwini is gonna like this one too. It would be weird if she didn't like this one. There's Devruse, I think. Oh, this one's really pretty. Oh, this one is well, yeah, it looks like it's someone is supposed to like it, but they just don't yet. They haven't that character hasn't come out yet. Wouldn't it be funny if this one was the one that Arslenia likes? She'd just be like a little home in the country, and meanwhile she's dressed up like something from the abyss. That's nice though. Oh, and here's the Zhongli statue. This thing is decent size. Like that's not a tiny statue. That's a I know a lot of people were like, once they saw we were gonna get this, they made his hair really long. They were like, we're gonna put this in the teapot and have it where we, can have like a shrine around it, which is kind of funny. I'll just put it there for right now. Yeah, that's nice. I like it. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, please, can we get a skin like this for Zhongli? It would be so cool." Nope. No climbing the Zhongli. You are not allowed to climb the Zhongli, apparently. Which is probably for the best. I was just curious. Not that I really wanted to climb him. I was just like, I'm curious. But let's go take a look inside. This is so neat. I'm gonna have so much fun. Put like stone, the little floaty stones underneath here, and then you could put a bench because you could sit on. They could sit on the porch or the outside. Yeah, this is really nice. Doesn't look like there's any like porch areas above, I guess. It looks just more like roof. Not get stuck in the corner. I guess it's like if you want to, you could technically put a seat here. Be like, oh, look at. All right. Oh, I forgot. I have to change her wings too. Some of the characters look good with the starter wings, like for example, Amber and Al Hytham, because they have that. But as for Navia, I think those look really pretty on her.
Do love Spina di Rosula's logo. It was designed by my mother. Have you noticed how it's shaped like a heart?
Let's go inside and see what we have to work with. We'll get to Navia's story quest in a little bit. Alright, so we have this nice big open space. Lots of times I basically make this back area the kitchen. And then one of these will probably be a bedroom. Hey, this is nice. The hole isn't as big. Like or at least it doesn't seem as big. I know with the Inazuman, not Inazuman, the Sumeru house, there's the hole is just so big, and you have like barely any room up here. Okay, there. And other one will probably look exactly the same. All the doors are in the middle, so but I guess that works out because um, you don't have to worry about door placement. I know in some like the Leeway and Mondstadt and I think Inazuma, they like sometimes they'll put the doors from one side to the other. Check out the indoor sets. What do we have? All right. All right, so we have a nice bedroom there. Study. Okay, definitely for Navia. This is will be his room. Um. Oh, a dining room. Oh, that's very nice. Oh, and a theater. Oh, and I guess this is like a study. Continuous clockwork inspiration. Oh, and then here's one for Risley. Oh, his own office. Yeah, I like it. I can imagine this one basically being in the main hall. Um, yeah. They don't seem to have a technically a kitchen. Like this is basically definitely dining room. Wonder if they added any. I know sometimes they have Like as you can see, there's multiple characters from multiple regions who like this one. It looks like they didn't add any Fontaine characters to the existing sets. I'll probably still put this one in the Team Pot realm anyway. Maybe I'll have to look. I'll have to think about it. Because I mean, technically, you could probably just go and put this one in, and then on the side have like, oh, a counter with with the oven and so on and so forth. Because I mean, they already are including carts and stuff. But, righty, cool. I guess for right now, let me see. Right, so this one will be the kitchen. Decorate a little bit for at least I can remember where each what I want each room to be. So let's do. But Navia will be here. She loves to bake. Hang out here. Uh, different type of door or something. Here, what they did with the stove. Hmm. Let's put that one right now. I thought we had a stove furnishing for Fontaine already. Oh, whatever. Leave that there. This one. Bedroom. There. Other one. I'll make this Visor's room. Or both Baizu and Pantaloni are my favorite characters, so if Pantaloni ever becomes playable, he's gonna have a special room in every teapot. Of course. The load is not as good as this in this one. Um, because in the other ones I could fit all of that, so well, there you go. He gets a little spot. I just kind of pretend that the rest of the room is like storage. Unfortunately, as you can see, I can't put anything there, and the room is a little too big for the thing. But eh, that's what we get. That's what we go with. Yeah. That's it. That's all the load there is. That that. Put Baizu's room upstairs. All right, so that's a good start. Just put the other Fontaine characters in here so they could start. It's gonna look kind of funny because they're all just hanging out here, but there's nothing in here yet, so maybe they can get more friendship. I think Navia lets um end it already, but I definitely want to have him in my teapot, so water, the ocean, my manuscripts. My manuscripts. Confusion, performances. Sheesh. Home. Time to space out, brother. Yeah, sometimes those things are so funny. Okay, I'll talk. They all seem to have something, or not all of them, but like some of them have stuff to say to me. But I'll talk to them about it later. Um, go out here. I kind of want to go and do some artifacts for Navia before we get into her story quest, so she's not walking around artifactless. Let me put. All right, where do they stick it? There it is. I'll have to go back into my leeway teapot and put him in there. So let's take a look. Kind of want to explore this place a little bit before we hit off. It's pretty cool. Fish. Apparently, there's like little pond areas so that you can actually put like the fish you get for the furnishing fish, basically. Ah, here we go. Do I say this is it? There we go. Raise fish. This is mechanical fish. I say these fish are actually really big. Like you catch them and you're like, oh, they're like goldfish size. Like no, they're like half the size of your body. I guess it makes sense of why the traveler has so much trouble pulling them up. Oh, nope. Cannot traverse out into the water. I was hoping you could, since like in like the Fontaine one, you can just kind of walk around on the water, but nope, we are blockaded in. We are in a fish tank for air. It's very pretty. Another fish pond? Oh, it's definitely a pond. If it is a fish pond, they might have kind of like a limit, like, oh, you could have 3 fish in that pond and 2 fish in this pond or whatever. I like it. The music is really calming too. Alrighty. That because we. Yeah. When we get to this one, I'll probably just be able to pick um the remaining silver talent books that Navia needs. Ugh.
My time with the Spina has taught me that carrying an unreliable weapon is worse than not carrying one at all.
See what we have. Just blues. I wonder what my pity is on the standard banner. Okay, so there's Mona. So it's, let's see,
Loves
35?
logo
Yeah,
designed by my mother. Have you noticed how it's shaped like a heart?
almost 40, I think. Because those pulls I just did. So, it's getting there. Alright. Let's go do artifact pickup. Navia, and then we'll go into her story quest. And then I think after her story quest, I kind of want to go back and just start playing with the teapot some more. Low frame rate a little bit, maybe that'll help. I mean, it's going okay, but I don't want it to start lagging while I'm in the middle of a fight. Like, Navia, she's got a gun. Like, forget this Claymore business. Nice that she could do it twice, too. I think most 5 stars can do their thing twice, so. Alright, I might just switch to my battle team for this, though, because Navia is not ready and I don't want to have her kick the bucket. Let's see. Bunch of slimes. Crabs, sea. Okay. Yeah, it's even made for her because like after a character obtains an elemental shard created by the crystalline reaction, they will gain a buff that will increase the active character's attack. Over to the battle team. Go fight some slimes inside. Okay. Oh yeah, that was the other really nice thing that they added in. Um, that when you're going to restart the challenge, it's not going to set you like all the way down there. It's actually going to put you like in front of the key now, which is going to be very helpful. This. This one might be a good idea to bring a pyro unit in, um, just to handle the shields. We'll do this for these 4, and then we got those. Defense. Okay, well, since it's like for a healer, that'd probably be pretty good. So that one. Yeah, you are put like almost right on top of this thing. That's going to be really good for co-op because you end up having situations, I know, where somebody will like not be loading in as fast as everybody else, and then the team leader will be like, "Oh," and they'll start, and then that poor person will get like stuck out here, and they'll just have to be like watch everybody, and then they're like, "I can't help," and I can't fight, unless they like bring over the enemies or something. And in this case, it's like, nope, you are in here. Go do your thing. It's kind of funny because when I first started, when we were gonna go to Fontaine, okay, I had pretty much all of my bases covered when it came to. Oh, here's a flower. I guess it's decent. It doesn't have a crit or anything, but it has some good percentages. Um, like right before we were going to go into Fontaine, I was kind of like, well, I sort of have everything covered now in like character wise. Like I have Diluc for my Pyro, Ayato for my Hydro, Baizu for my Dendro, etc., etc. And I was like, oh, I'm probably not going to use the Fontaine characters very much, although I will roll for them. And Nivulette and Farina basically ousted A and Ganyu from my battle team.
Solidify. This is order. Mind the side effects.
Let the world collide!
Gather.
The doctor will see you.
Oh, of course, we're getting the artifact sets that I don't want. Not for Navia, but for other characters. Yeah, I know. I know on the one website I look at that has some decent builds for the characters. They always have it where the where they have like this one is used for like DPSs is attack. This one is damage for like the whatever element they are, and then this one is like crit rate or crit damage. Although it depends on the type of character. Like for example, Nivulet's goes off of HP, so you're gonna want to have him have a lot of HP. Um, does Navia or does she do HP too? She does eat well. Who's one of them that I have built that doesn't do that? I gotta get a cryo one for Ganyu. Like this one isn't bad, but it's just attack, and she's a bow user, so. But, like grinding artifacts is the real end game.
Stabilize. Mind the side effects.
The doctor will see you. Shower me with praise!
Settle down. Mind the side effects. This is order.
Time to shine!
Silence.
Marina really is a good unit though, because I mean, not only could she walk on water, but she when she uses her elemental skill, you basically get 3 hydro units on your team. Uh, and they're like 3 co-op members, you know. And the thing is, she doesn't even need to be on the field, uh, for them to be there. It's not like she's like with Klee. Like when Klee puts out her ultimate, as soon as you swap from Klee to another character, her ultimate stops. That's that one's crit damage one. This one's good too. I think I'm finding all the good. Like I have 3 flowers now. I just used up a bunch of, and then it's resin, and I got nothing but flowers. That is very pretty. I kind of wonder now, though, about the little music discs, the ones that look kind of like glowy pineapple slices or glowing golden donuts. You know, like where are they gonna be?
Boring. Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
Yes, yes. We paused for half a second, and she's like, "Boring." Yeah, I'm glad to see that apparently in the new event, Farina is kind of getting back into the groove. I think originally what was supposed to be going on with that whole thing was that we were supposed to be finishing up the Archon quest, and then the idea was that um, Farina moved out and basically started doing the like normal mortal life, but she was actually kind of depressed because she felt that Fontaine didn't need her anymore and stuff like that. And so we were supposed to be showing up to her house like months later to basically be like, Brina, are you okay? And to find out that she's only been like eating macaroni for every single meal with different sauces. And it's just like, oh my gosh, girl, what are you doing? You know, like you're going to waste your new life, you know, hiding and being depressed. And then the idea was that we were kind of supposed to be encouraging her to get back into, you know, things that she loved. However, because it kind of like it was so quick, a lot of people were like, oh, they kind of viewed Traveler and the Paimon's reactions as, you know,
Bitter pill to swallow. Settle down.
as kind of like negative and pushy and tone deaf.
Let the mighty be humbled. Bow your head. I will have order. Stabilize. Mind the side effects. A bitter pill to swallow.
Yeah, I have the clamp set on Baizu, and it actually does put out a good amount of damage through its like physical. Um, the only problem is that since I have a C2 Baizu, he applies Dendro when other characters are attacking. So, for example, if I have Zhongli and Zhongli puts out his shield and it hits an enemy, Baizu's Dendro will attack the enemy. His little attack ends up having a healing factor, and then that gets registered to the bubble. The bubble only registers the first healing effect it does, so which means that it's only registering the healing effect for that one tiny attack, which isn't necessarily bad. I mean, for right now, it's still doing like an extra 6,000 damage. Um, oh, good, we had some other stuff. Hydro damage bonus, of course. Okay. Well, I guess that's I'll lock those for right now. Um, but the but he really shines when he basically gets to use his healing first, or his E skill. Like if you do this, okay, the bubble forms, and now this bubble, see, put out 24,000 damage right there.
The tides beckon. Order guide you. Stabilize.
They see like that one, it only did 3,000.
A bitter pill to swallow.
And now this one, yeah, that one did a little bit more. So I know when Baizu first came out, there was a guy who said that that the more Baizu cons they get you get, the less he has to be out on the field, and Mihoyo must hate him because you don't actually play with him. And I'm like, he's the doctor. Like, he's the medic. You don't send your medic out to the front lines in a war. You know? That would be silly. You keep them in the back where they can heal people.
Mind the side effects.
Strike a pop!
Settle down.
The doctor will see you. Let the world come alive!
Let the mighty be humbled. Bow your head. A bitter pill to swallow.
The doctor will see you.
Stabilize.
Yoo-hoo!
I think with Nivula and Farina too is like Farina can heal, but it's probably better off to have a like designated healer, because her healing ability we keep getting ones that I don't need. That's a crit rate one, so that's actually pretty good, but it's from the wrong set. It's like I'm getting a Farina set basically. Oh. Hey, this is still counting as domains for the battle pass and everything, and I need to do it anyway. This I think we'll do the
I will have order. Solidify. Mind the side effects.
Let my name echo in song!
Silence. Order guide you.
Strike a pose!
Settle down.
55 seconds. I guess the one good thing about the sets too is you don't need a full 5 set. Oh, there we go. That's some good stuff. Oh, this one's okay. Animo damage bonus. is that you don't need to have all 5 pieces for the set to work. You can have 4 and then just replace the other one. Like, for example, if I had like Navia, for example, it's like, okay, I can have 4 of the new set on her. Ooh, is going into a different thing. And then like for this one, go for geo damage. Dendro, Animo, and Hydro, but no Geo for the Geo set. Uh, we'll just equip some stuff here. So she's not walking around with nothing. Oh, look at that! You can actually select 2 of them. Isn't that cool? This one, there's a hat there. This one's crit rate. We'll switch. This one's good. Uh, her thing is gonna be a mess, but at least she'll have the set stuff.
A bitter pill to swallow. Mind the side effects.
All right. Oh, a local legend. Mark now. So, which one's actually supposed to be super powerful? I want to claim that one yet because I want to remember to do it. Yes. Content overview. All right. Duck bear. Quest. Shimmering memories. One day you are stopped by a familiar voice while in the court of Fontaine. Actually, you know what? Since we're doing the story quest, I really should switch over to my story party. I like having the traveler in the story party. Let's go. Where are you there?
The Spina's on the case.
I don't know. It just makes it feel a little bit more, in line since you're gonna see the traveler. I do use the traveler occasionally. That's why I have her leveled. So, ugh. Want to make sure. I've had instances before where I've like headed towards a quest point where there was going to be a story part, and I didn't have Lumine glide down, and so uh, she was just falling. So it would enter the cutscene while she was falling, and since she fell from a great height, she basically died uh during the cutscene. It was very weird. Go.
Well, if it isn't my dear partners.
Oh,
That voice! It's Navia!
oh, thank you for the follow, Calrosi. 24. Nice to meet you. Navi's just so cute.
I didn't expect to run into you guys here today. Are you headed somewhere? How about you, Navia? Are you still busy rebuilding Poisson? We've wrapped up most of the rebuilding, but there are still a few things left to take care of. Stocking up on materials, confirming construction timelines, discussing compensation terms with families affected by the disaster. Between all of that, I've been making a lot of trips between the court and Poisson.
Mm. Wasn't Spina de la Rosa affected too? Should you really be the ones offering compensation?
Well, though the victims have received relief payments from the court, in my opinion, as the administrators of Poisson, Spina di Rosula should take some responsibility as well.
Hello. I like your little the little emoji with the waggy tail. That's so cute.
Our financial situation right now isn't the best, so all we've been doing is signing agreements for the damages to be repaid at a later date. Though just pieces of paper now, they demonstrate our commitment. They're necessary to restore the people's faith in us. Whoa! Spoken like a true president. You're a really responsible leader. That must be taking up most of your time, though, right? Oh, you bet. Between that and all the other errands I have to run at the court, I'm always forgetting one thing or another. So before I came over this time, I took a page from Elusa's book and decided to make a list of everything. This way, it's easy to see which tasks you haven't checked off.
I was so bummed. Yep. Hello. Yeah, I was so bummed when with what happened to those two guys. But I have seen some new guys with Navia, so hopefully we'll get to meet them in this story quest. Although they don't seem to be here right now.
And then, since Maloose loved using shorthand, I decided to also follow his example and come up with some shorthand of my own.
He lives on.
But after running a few errands in the city, I'm kind of struggling to even read my own handwriting anymore.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You know what? Let me stuff over a little bit. Maybe that doesn't help. My tail gets in the way.
That does sound like you, all right. So, what kind of shorthand did you use? Oh, wanna take a look? Let Paimon see. Wait. There's nothing here but a bunch of weird symbols. This looks like a piece of kelp wrapped around a stick. And this other one, is it supposed to be a boar in a box? The first one has to do with confirming the final payment amount for the fish one, while the second one is a reminder to try the new burger that just hit the market.
Look at Lumine's face. She's just like, what in the world?
Okay, Paimon can definitely see how you might forget what each of these mean.
You standardize your end symbols next time.
Thank you for your advice. These are the kinds of things you only really figure out once you've tried them out yourself. I thought that as long as I understood my shorthand when I came up with it, I'd be sure to remember the symbols when I looked at them later. Unfortunately, I've definitely proven myself wrong.
It's probably too new. She hasn't been able to memorize it yet. That's why.
Well, now you know for next time. Anyway, I should have already taken care of most of the things on the list. There are still a few symbols that I can't decipher, but I don't think they're anything too super important.
She is so pretty.
Worst comes to worst, I'll just make another trip. So you're going to head back now? Yep, that's the plan. Oh, actually, since we talked about the reconstruction earlier, wanna come with me and check out the town for yourself?
Sure.
You said you don't have any plans, right? So we can just catch a boat and head over. It won't take long at all. It's a bit sudden, but Paimon doesn't see why not. What do you think, Traveler?
Been taking a look.
Then let's go. We'll take a boat over. Oh, you mean the aquabus, right? Like the Clementine line? Oh, sorry. I meant our own boat. The aquabus doesn't have a station in Poisson, so we'll use one of the Venus boats.
I'm like, sure, sounds good to me if you want to like go right away. And then I've still got something to do, so why don't you head over there first? Nope, nope. Go with her.
All right,
Go.
follow me. I'll take you there.
Like, warp me.
The engineer is still doing a few routine safety checks. We can head out as soon as we get the green light. So, Paimon has always wanted to ask. The three aquabus
Oh, I hadn't seen the Navia line, and I was like, that's like, I wonder if that's a coincidence.
Yeah, that's right. Callus and Navia are self-explanatory, while Clementine was the name that my mother went by.
Yeah, was the name, meaning that she's dead too. Ah, aw. Spina de la Ursula was one of the main sponsors for the construction, right?
If you provided the Mora to build the lines, then why isn't there even a dedicated line to Poisson? Spina di Rosula built all the lines, yet you still have to take a special boat just to go home. Paimon doesn't get it. Well, what I heard is that most of our businesses don't actually use Poisson as a hub, so there was no real reason to build a line straight to Poisson. You are right that it is a bit strange, though. If you've already committed to build 3 lines, why not just add a 4th? Yeah, that's what Paimon's saying. Aquabus is so convenient, it's really a huge shame. Well, it is what it is. You know what my father was like. Even I often struggled to figure out what was going on in his head.
That's for sure. Like, well, something that big also wouldn't have just been just his call. Perhaps the rest of the Spina didn't see a point in having a fourth line.
But that would only be the case if he cared about what others thought. My father was always really stubborn. Once he made up his mind, good luck getting him to change it. From what I've heard, the rights of all the other members of the Spina only went as far as giving him advice or suggestions, and no farther. That included my mother, too.
Uh oh. He really was the boss.
Well, that explains why you aren't on the greatest of terms with him.
Why he kept the whole thing secret.
Yeah, because I wouldn't just let him keep getting his way. He was just not very agreeable.
Boss, the boat's ready. We can head out.
All right, then let's head out.
Oh, there we go.
It'll be a while before we get to Poisson. Let's keep talking. Navia, what was your mother like as a person?
Oh. Like, woo, going right to the hard stuff, huh?
Paimon, sorry. She totally forgot that you mentioned before that she passed away during childbirth, so you probably don't remember her at all.
Like, I like the Lumine's shake of her head, like, I want don't.
That's all right.
Oh,
I've heard
hang on.
many stories about her from the rest of the Spina. They've always said that they were sure we would have gotten along famously.
Aw.
While my papa was stiff like a board, my mother was supposedly super cheerful and funny. Their complementary personalities allowed them to make up for each other's flaws. My father would run the businesses and expand our reach, while my mother would keep the peace and make sure that everyone was happy. Their work made sure that the Spina could grow and thrive. Sounds like they were not just a well-matched couple, but fantastic business partners as well. Yeah, but those are just stories and anecdotes after all. It's hard for me to piece together a more complete or intimate picture of her.
What is it with all the ladies and losing their moms? First it was Ayaka, then Navia.
But sometimes I still look at the Clementine line and wonder, would the Spina and Poisson still be what they are today had my mother survived? Silver once said that a name is a kind of inscription, a way to etch a memory into the world. When given a name, a cold, inanimate object can gain a completely new meaning. So, I will always associate the line with her in my heart.
Aw.
Over the past few weeks, I've also begun to appreciate how water can take in and hold our most intense feelings and memories, as well as how one may reflect on their past by watching the sea. I've lost many beloved people and memories to the sea, must continue to keep moving. The fact won't change that they existed in my life and gave me the reason and motivation to move forward.
Missing Malus and Silver. Yep. Whoa.
No matter what, we can't change the past.
I didn't even get to pick an option.
But I tell myself that I need to keep looking towards the future. Everyone, even my parents, have already overcome so many obstacles. Besides, I'm the president of Spina di Rosula. I've got to keep my chin up.
I'm doing okay. To answer your question.
We've reached the shore. Let's go. I'll show you the new poisson.
Oh, now Strawber's so sad.
Navia, do you think she's doing alright?
She seems to be managing. She always has been having to cope with one thing or another.
Okay. Paimon supposes you're right. She's really been through a lot. It couldn't have been easy shouldering so much by herself.
Boat's still there. I was like, where are we heading again? Like some stuff got fixed up. Still smells like fish.
Boss, you're back! Traveler and Paimon, welcome back to Poisson.
Oh, hey! Fancy seeing you again, Florent. Is it your turn to take care of Navia now? Hey, I can totally
Phew! Excuse me.
For the time being, I'll go around without any attendance. We did hand over some of Malus's old responsibilities to Florent, though. It's been really nice to have him around to help out.
I guess we're not going to get to meet the new guys.
Thank you for the compliment, boss. As you see, I've been working closely with the boss on rebuilding Poisson. Mr. Malus was an extremely capable and respected member of the Spina. I've got some really big shoes to fill.
All right. There's no need to be so formal. Everyone's practically old friends by now. Were you waiting here for me? Did we manage to make any progress on the statue?
Statue?
Yeah, we contacted a sculptor about the job, but they can't get started on sourcing a correctly sized block without knowing the design that we want to use first.
You're commissioning a statue? So basically, we've been meaning to commission a statue of my parents in commemoration of everything they've done for the Spina and the town of Poisson. But since my father was known as callously unfaithful for the longest time, it would have been too controversial to commission a statue of him.
To be honest, it's like when they give him callously and faithful, that doesn't make me sound like he betrayed a loyal friend. That makes me sound like he cheated on his wife.
But now that his name has been cleared, and the town is also being rebuilt, I thought this would be the perfect chance to actually realize this dream.
The funds to build the statue were freely donated by the people of Poisson. to show their appreciation for Miss Clementine and Mr. Callis and everything they did.
Oh, shouldn't Navia be featured with them too?
Me? I'm just the newbie president that's running around and causing everyone trouble.
Not so. I mean, what? Callis has been dead for years, and she's been holding up all by herself, more or less. Like, nah. If anything, she should be the one with the statue.
Maybe we can have this conversation again in a few decades, once I've done more for the town and the people.
Decades. Maybe like 20 years from now, when she's like 40.
Hey, there's no need to be so humble. Didn't you just help save the entire country?
I agree wholeheartedly. I also believe that Boss should have a place on the statue.
Hey, if you keep inflating my ego like this, I might just float off into the sky with my parasol. Just kidding. There's no way that I'd accept that kind of compliment at face value. At a minimum, I'd have to match what my father did for the people.
Well, if that's what you think, I think it's just a matter of time.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. I just don't think I'm ready yet.
Okay.
Anyway, Florent, now it's up to us to confirm the final design, right?
Mm-hmm. We can ask the sculptor to start looking for a good block once we've decided on the poses for Miss Clementine and Mr. Callis.
It'd be nice to see what her mom looked like.
But we haven't had any real discussions yet on the possible designs. I feel like I should get a few promising designs first, and then send them over to you to review.
There's no need for all that. Let's decide on a design right now. Hey, you! Come over here with me.
Hey, you! What are you doing?
Doing a few poses, of course. Here, just pretend to be Callis, and I'll be Clementine. Didn't you say on the boat that Callis and Clementine sounded like great partners? Well, then there's no one better to fill this role than my most valuable partner. Florent, let's grab some reference shots.
You've got it, boss. I'll go get the camera.
Well, what do you think? Got any ideas?
Hmm.
Well, I've actually discussed it a bit with Florent before, but I could never come up with any fresh or original ideas. It's probably because my idea of them is already kind of set in stone.
True.
So, I want to pick your brain for a bit and see if you can come up with some new and interesting ideas.
I'm all good here, boss. Feel free to start posing whenever.
Let's see. Okay, then let's try for some posing. Try something looking out into the distance. Why don't we just strike a happy pose?
A happy pose? You mean something like we were laughing together at a funny joke?
Would all that be able to come through with just a picture?
Would we even be able to tell what they are supposed to be laughing about?
Yeah, and that'd probably be a massive pain to sculpt as well.
Could one of you try striking a pose like you're talking while the other one laughs? That actually sounds pretty hard to pull off. Forget it, let's try something else. By that, do you mean as if we were standing on a boat and looking out at the sea? Sure, let's give that a try.
That's weird.
Whoa, you really remind Paimon of a captain and their first mate. Look over there, my dear Clementine. As you can see, every tree on that island is dripping with mora fruit.
But there's something off with the composition. This pose makes Mr. Callis look too tall next to the lady.
Oh, I see what you mean. Then let's swap. Well, Paimon is a fan. A statue like this would look fantastic on a boat. Wait, but we can't do that. Very few people This statue is meant to be placed in the town.
But then, since we're putting it in the town, the whole point of the pose would be lost.
Oh, okay. We'll try to think of something else.
I like just go through all of our options.
Imposing, huh? Oh, I've got it. Let's try this.
This pose. It makes me recall Spina di Rasula's glorious golden age.
But isn't Clementine's pose a bit too bold and heroic? Was she really that kind of person? If we were to stick with this pose, maybe people would wonder if she was actually the real boss behind the scenes.
Well, tabloids did indeed speculate as much back in the day, but the Spina pulled a few strings and made both the report and the journalist disappear.
What? I told you guys. Mafia.
Oh, Paimon was just kidding! Please don't make Paimon disappear. What Florent meant was that we asked the journalist to choose a new alias. You're right, though, that this may not accurately represent the image of her in our hearts. Let's try to come up with something else. We tried a bunch of different ideas, but none of them felt right. Paimon's all out of brain juice now, too. Oh, don't worry. We still got a lot of reference shots out of the session, and each of them can be considered to be a souvenir in their own right. Let's just keep the ideas we tried as backups. Man, if I knew I was going to do a photo shoot with the Traveler, I would have prepared a lot of outfits and props ahead of time. Oh, outfits! Oh, that's the errand I forgot back in the city. Do either of you still remember that girl? The girl I went to see with you two. Her name is Adele.
Yeah.
Oh, Paimon remembers her. She was the one that we met while investigating Mr. Callus's case, right? Yes, that's exactly who I'm talking about. So, after the case, she was finally willing to talk to me, and she told me that she wanted to join the Spina too.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense considering they basically cleared Callus's name and that he did not kill the other guy. It was a third assassin.
I said that it's fine, but young children are not allowed to join the Spina. She will just have to wait a few years, and then we'll welcome her with open arms. Since she's still a child, though, she thought I was just trying to let her down gently. But how could I get her to believe that I meant what I said? In the end, I came up with an idea. I'd have a Spina uniform made and give it to her as a gift. But I got so busy and distracted in the city that I forgot to pick the uniform up. So I did forget something important after all.
Don't worry, boss. I can send someone to pick it up right away.
On the matter of the statue, we should still come up with a few more ideas for the design. I'll have to trouble you to source some for me. We could have just done that from the start.
Hey, at least this way we got some cool pictures.
Yeah, you're right. They'll have some value as souvenirs at least.
Navia! Florent, guess who's back?
Huh? But aren't you supposed to...
Oh, well, if it isn't Coulter. Back already from the Fortress of Meripede?
Oh! He was in jail.
That's right. I finally finished serving my time. Gotta say, turns out I was a lot tougher than I thought. After I got out, I immediately made a beeline back to Poisson. You could say that familiar, briny smell became a primal call, urging me to forget everything else and just come back home. You wouldn't believe how much I've missed Melissa's grilled fish. I dreamed about it every time I had to get a welfare meal
good to have you back, Coulter. You look as well as ever.
And this guy is?
Ah, let me introduce you. This is Coulter, another of Spina di Rosula's members. He was found guilty and sentenced to the Fortress of Meripede some time ago.
Guilty for what? What's his crime?
But, looking at it now, it was probably another one of Marcel's plots while he worked at the Confrérie of Cabriere.
Oh, so an innocent man was put in jail.
Wait, Mr. Marcel. What do you mean? He was involved in some sort of plot?
Oh, okay, yeah, we gotta catch you up. Oh yeah, because for a second I was like, wait, who's that? I remember it's the guy who was acting like Navia's uncle, but it was actually, was it that? I can't remember. There's been so many cases and so many names thrown around. But you gotta catch this guy up to the.
Have you not heard anything at all about the water from the primordial sea case?
Well, I know that Fontaine got flooded, but then the water levels miraculously receded. I thought that was all there was to it and didn't care to ask for any more details. Do you mean Mr. Marcel was somehow involved with all that?
Oh, looks like we'll have to explain everything from the top. That case. A lot of things have happened in Poisson since then. First things first, let me introduce you to these two. They're my most trusted partners, and they've been with me through thick and thin. Now you could call them Spina di Rosula's VIP helpers.
Oh, nice to meet you. I don't recall Navia ever generously complimenting anyone like that before. So you must be pretty amazing to get that from her.
Yeah, we're partners.
Yeah, we are indeed pretty amazing. But we've been cool since before we even met her.
We just follow Navi's lead. All credit to Paimon.
Humble again as always, I see. Even when I was totally sincere with my praise.
Nice. Spina di Rosula always seems to attract great people.
I like these guys. I'm kind of surprised that they're not the blonde guys that we saw in Navia's trailer. To be honest, because it's like they sort of showed these guys as like the replacement for Silver and Malus, and now we're not gonna apparently get to see them. But we'll have to see. Oh, hang on. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. No biggie.
Oh, that reminds me. Where are Malus and Silver? Aren't they always by your side?
Oh, yeah.
About that.
Coulter, a lot of things happened while you were gone. As you can see, even Poisson isn't quite the same as how it was before you left.
They lost their lives, keeping me safe during the flood.
It's like, Navia, please don't cry.
What did you say? This isn't some kind of morbid welcome home prank, right? purpose because I don't know anything about what's happened.
I'm sorry, but it's the truth. They weren't the only people we lost either. Many others, including Melissa, also lost their lives in the disaster.
Oh. I had a bad feeling too when he said, "Oh, I was I was dreaming about eating Melissa's food," and I'm like, wait, isn't Melissa one of the ladies who got killed during the flood?
Luce and Melissa dead. They're just gone. Luce. I was planning to give him a surprise gift once I ran into him again in town. I can't believe it.
Hey! Keep it together!
Guys, please don't cry.
Malus and Coulter were friends for many years, and even served on many missions together during the early days of the Spina. I can understand how he feels.
Let's sit down somewhere, so I can tell you everything that has happened while you were gone. Fair warning, there was a lot.
This also too kind of connects with that whole idea of how the Fortress of Meripede and Fontaine are almost like two separate areas, or two separate worlds, in the sense that you know Coulter doesn't know anything that happened because nobody told him while he was in there.
Okay.
Oh.
All of this. It's unbelievable. I can't believe that those stories were real. It all really happened. Has the world gone mad?
Had I not personally experienced all those events, I would have also found them very difficult to accept.
I think you and I both feel the same way about the profound tragedy of Melusa's loss. And the sheer depravity of Marcel's actions.
I thought Mr. Marcel would always stand by the Spina. Everything he had, the Spina gave to him. It's unconscionable to have received all that, and yet still plot to kidnap and dissolve you for his insane research.
The good news is that the Confrérie of Cabriere is no more. Gone with them too is the entire synth manufacturing and distribution network.
Okay, I thought to myself, like, wait a minute, was Marcel the same guy? Because I remember the lady's ghost, saying "Vache, Vache," and it was like, and then I remembered it was like, because it was a while ago, but I remembered it was like, Marcel was the name he took to basically hide his identity, um, so that while he was doing his crime, his real name was Vache.
We finally closed the curtain on that long struggle.
Are you sure? But if Marcel wanted to rebel against us, he probably sent word in secret to Romeu.
Uh-oh, who's that?
Romu?
Uh-oh. Who else do we need to worry about now?
Not a name I've heard before either.
Florent should remember him. You see, there was once a major internal dispute regarding funding the construction of the aquabus lines.
Oh, back to that again.
Romeu was the leader of the faction that thought such a vast sum of mora would be better spent improving the town of Poisson. But Mr. Callis believed that an opportunity to collaborate with the Court of Fontaine and the Fontaine Research Institute was hard to come by, and would allow us to build many valuable relationships. Not only would the Aquabus be a good business investment, it would also boost our reputation among the general populace, eventually paying us massive dividends down the line. But the two couldn't come to an agreement. Romeu ended up taking a lot of people with him when he left Spino di Rosula altogether, and the split was on extremely bad terms.
Oh, great.
Ugh. And with Papa's stubbornness, I can definitely imagine how it must have gone down.
And of course, when he was suffering the slings and arrows of outrageous injustice, those relationships that he spent a fortune to build didn't help in the least.
Yeah, you could say it was the price he paid for sticking to his beliefs.
I feel kind of bad. I feel bad for Coulter, though. I mean, he comes back being like, oh, I'm going to see my old friends. I finally got out of jail, to find out that most of them are all dead now. It's like, yeesh. Poor guy.
Oh, that's a good point. If Callus was really as stubborn as you say, then wouldn't he have argued with the rank and file all the time?
Oh, yeah. It eventually became a thing that just happened on every day that ended with Y. Navia, boss, you might not know this, but he wasn't always like that. He used to be a lot better with taking counsel. With him listening to our advice, and Ms. Clementine also frequently on our side, it was pretty smooth sailing for a good many years. But on the matter of the Aquabus, even Ms. Clementine completely stood by Mr. Callus's side.
Huh. I never knew. But from my perspective, Romeu's position had a lot going for it. Couldn't they have sat down and talked it out?
I think the Aquabus was just the straw that broke the camel's back. On that topic, they eventually came to a rather radical conclusion.
Uh-oh.
They believed that Miss Clementine lost her ability to serve as an impartial mediator when she became pregnant with Callus's child.
Wasn't she his wife? My gosh. It's like that's kind of a thing that should have happened. Like, oh, so they were being basically prejudiced against a pregnant lady.
So they thought she had betrayed them?
What the The look on Navia's face is clearly like, you gotta be kidding me.
But that doesn't make any sense. Before she was their mediator, my mother was also her own person, and a member of the Spina. She should have the right to take any side she wished.
Yeah, but to them, even taking a side was betrayal enough. They felt like their voices could no longer be heard once their sole mediator had gone over to the other side. Of course, Ms. Clementine then passed away, and Mr. Callus began to regard the completion of the Aquabus project as her final wish. With that, the last hope of reconciliation was gone.
So that's what happened.
Gosh.
From that point on, Romeu and his people cut ties with the Spina, and never gave us any kind of professional or personal courtesy ever again. Perhaps they've regarded us as enemies ever since they left. But even so, there is still no proof that they ever acted in concert with Marcel.
I've also heard that they aren't in a good financial position, so they've been lying low for a while. But as long as they exist, they'll continue to be a threat.
Huh. I think Coulter's got a point. Both Marcel and Romeu had my father in their sights for a very long time. Even though Marcel's faction has been dissolved, we still don't know anything about Romeu's whereabouts. If they're still trying to get revenge on us, with how distracted and vulnerable we are, now would be the best time.
Good thinking, boss. We should keep an eye on them at all times. I'll let my men know right away.
Thank you for that, Florent. And Coulter, thank you for telling me about this as well.
Don't worry, it's nothing. Do you have a moment right now? How about we go out for a walk? I've heard so many incredulous things today. I'm finding it a bit hard to calm down even now. think that I'll just never see them again.
Ah, in that case, why don't we go back to the court? I can pick up Adele's uniform while we're there as well. It'll save Laurent's guys a trip. Want to come with me again, you two? You don't mind, do you, Coulter?
Oh, of course. That's fine by me.
Then let's go! Paimon feels like a lot's hinging on this visit.
We really are the best of partners. Come on, let's go.
Oh gosh, I hope Coulter isn't actually a bad guy. Especially when she said, "Oh, well, you wouldn't mind them coming," and he stuttered. Like, this is why I wanted to play this though, because I know the second I get on Twitter, it'll be like all over the place, and I'll be like, "Oh no, spoilers!"
Are we not taking the boat this time?
It's nice to walk from time to time, isn't it? Think of it as something like a hiking trip. Once we're there, we can stay a few days before we return.
Sounds good. I haven't walked this road in a long time.
Where is the road?
Well, we've walked far enough for now. Let's take a break. Since we're out for a walk, we shouldn't stress too much about the destination.
I've grown old, so I'm not as fit as before. It's a good thing that at least my work down in the fortress was quite the workout.
Well, Paimon thinks you're doing great. We didn't have to slow down for you at all.
That's kind of rude.
Back in the days before the aquabus lines were built, we often had to hike north with our goods, then catch a boat to the court. Malus and I must have traveled this way hundreds of times. When we were tired, we would lay down for a while on the grass, and when we were hungry, we'd catch a fish or two. The Spina was still on the rise back then. Mr. Callis was generous, and everyone had the chance to strike it rich. So, of course, we all worked really hard. And now, in the blink of an eye, the aquabus lines have been built, and this road has fallen into disuse. Oh, I know. I was just being a little nostalgic.
Then let's stay here a bit longer. Anyone want snacks?
Oh, is this another chance to try some of Navia's macarons? Paimon's been dreaming of them.
Yep, I figured you wouldn't say no to a few more. Oh, wait. Let me check if I have all the ingredients. Malus and Silver used to take care of tasks like this. Okay, for the ingredients,
I still kind of wonder where she keeps that thing.
seems like we're all out of flour and sugar, the two most important ingredients of all. Oh, would you? Oh, but it would be too much to ask you to go on a trip just for those.
We should contribute to making the macaron too. Don't worry, we cook out in the wild all the time, so she should have some stuff on hand.
Oh, that's great. Then I'll leave the ingredient gathering to you. As long as we have some sweet flours and wheat, I can start the baking.
Then I'll go look for some boxes nearby for a makeshift table and chairs.
Great. Then I'll prep the stove. Let's get to work, everyone.
Give the wheat and sweet flour to Navia. Oh, so we don't have to grind it ourselves.
Ah, how did it go? Did you find the ingredients?
Yep. I have quite a few. Here you go.
You've all done your part. Just leave the rest to me.
Their usual gusto.
These macarons look and taste magnificent! Your cooking is as good as ever, Navia.
Boss's baking skills have always been famous. Everyone in the Spina knows how exceptionally talented she is.
Oh, it's just a hobby. There's no need to praise me for it like that.
Have you two seriously never considered joining us? You're so close to the boss, and she obviously trusts you with all her heart, so...
There are still some important things we must do. You really want to poach me from the Adventurers Guild, huh? Yep, sorry, we're still looking for Ether.
I see. Is that why you have to always stay on the road?
You just happened to walk in on our little reunion. It's actually been quite a while since we last spent time together.
We're gonna be heading to Natlin soon, and obviously can't be doing Spina di La Rosa stuff from there.
Adventurers never stay in one place for long. The name of Spina di Rosula would just tie them down.
Yep, see? That's what I was saying.
Besides, after everything we've been through together, I'm sure our hearts would remain intertwined even if we found ourselves on opposite sides of the world.
Navia's right. That's certainly one way of putting it. This one is the if you don't like her. Like, Navia's right.
Even if Paimon was far beyond the horizon, she'd still remember the delicious taste of Navia's macaron.
I understand now. Then I am very lucky indeed to have been graced with the chance to meet the two of you. I will endeavor to make the most of this short yet fortuitous encounter, and enjoy every moment we spend together.
We've got no wine with us, but let's still toast with water in celebration of this moment.
Uh-oh. Down in the bushes.
Cheers! Hey, what are you doing? Quick, join in on the toast!
May your travels go smoothly, may the Spina continue to grow, and may our friendship last until the end of time.
Ink.
All set? Let's move out then. I asked some old acquaintances in town to make Adele's uniform, so we should be able to pick it up right away.
These are some thick bushes. He said you'd walk the road and then take a boat. I was gonna say, I'm like, wait a minute. How would you get from here over there? I kind of like to walk it, but by the time I climb up to the rail line, it'd just be easier and quicker to warp.
say. Your generous patronage is the one thing keeping me from going bankrupt.
Nonsense. We all know what a talented businesswoman you are. Oh, and don't forget, she's the boss now.
Hmm.
My mistake, my mistake. I just got so used to calling her Demoiselle. Are you here for the uniform?
Yep. I forgot to drop by earlier when I was running errands around here.
I didn't expect Demoiselle to come and pick it up in person. It's just a uniform after all. Any of your folks could have come instead.
Navia's always liked to take even small things seriously.
Yep.
Hey, that's not the only reason I'm here. We mostly just needed a walk to clear our heads. There are few things more uplifting than taking the first step on a new journey.
Boss has got a point. Going on a trip with friends is always better than staying cooped up at home.
I see someone suspicious in the background. They're like, who's that guy? And he's watching us too.
Very well. Please, wait here while I retrieve the uniform for you.
Can someone remind Paimon again why Adele wants to join the Spina?
She hasn't given me any concrete reasons. All she says is that she really looks up to me. After we cleared her father's name, she became a lot more cheerful and outgoing. It's probably because she now knows for sure that her father was never a bad person. She said she used to be terrified of Papa, so as a result, she found all the rest of the Spina super scary as well.
Yeah, I was right. We wouldn't be looking at it from this guy's perspective if he was a good guy.
But the Spina is very different now. She mustered up the courage to talk to me, and felt like I could really understand her.
Two of you have contended with similar circumstances.
Yeah, you could say that. By uncovering the truth about the case, I was able to give her closure at the same time. She said that she wanted to become someone like me. Someone who could lend a hand to others, instead of standing still and waiting for others to help her.
From the sound of it, she'll be a wonderful addition to the Spina.
I think so too. But for now, let's focus on giving her a great atmosphere to grow and thrive. She can commit to us once she's older, and can really make that decision for herself.
Suspicious guy. I wasn't just hearing things. He's already just walked right out there.
Is something up, Traveler?
Hmm.
Huh? Tailing? Oh, Paimon's coming.
I'll go check it out too. Coulter, please hold on to this for me.
All right.
Paimon saw them too. They headed up.
Stop right there!
Oh, there's a bunch of guys.
We knew you were going to be difficult.
Seems like if we want them to talk, we're gonna need to teach them a lesson first.
Uh-oh. Here we go, fight time.
Brothers, there's no need to skulk in the dark anymore. Let's take them out!
Coming at ya!
Gather!
Down! Watch out! Now, talk. Who are you? And why were you tailing us?
Hmm.
Don't think we'll let you off easy if you keep silent.
Hmm.
boss. Are any of you hurt?
If you thought they stood any chance against us, you were sorely mistaken. Anyway, stop playing tough and start talking. There won't be any room for negotiation once the Maison Gardiennage gets involved.
We're looking to get vengeance on Spina di Rosula. We were discovered and can't beat you in a fight. We admit it. We lost.
Revenge? Wait, you're not Romeu's followers, are you?
You actually know that name?
Oh. This guy has an intense stare. He's just like, woo.
But if you do, then surely you should understand why we hate you so much.
Calm down. What are you talking about?
Indeed. You haven't got the faintest hope of winning right now.
We were out drinking when we saw Navia. We got so angry we decided to follow you guys and look for an opportunity to really mess up your day. Too bad you guys messed up ours first.
You're lying.
Huh?
You followed us all the way here.
You're pretty sharp. But so what? We didn't do anything. And now it should be pretty obvious that we can't do anything to you anyway. Seeing you like that just really ticked us off. And we let the drink go to our heads.
Listen, Callus is long dead. No matter what happened in the past, I want to be able to start things anew. I am the current president of Spina di Rosula. If your boss wants to talk with me, I'd be happy to meet with him. I won't press charges for your attack. That should also help demonstrate my sincerity.
I don't know. Something about this shot is just really cool. It's like her there and him like, with his arms crossed. It's like cool shot.
I understand. Thank you. I'll let our boss know.
But if you so much as think about pulling something like this again, I won't be so lenient next time. Understood?
You know.
All right. We get it. Come on, let's go.
Are you sure it's okay to just let them go like that, Navia?
I don't want to inherit my father's grudges, too. Moreover, when it comes to the Aquabus, I don't think what my father did was entirely correct either. If the other side is willing to talk, I'm happy to open the door for a reconciliation. Opportunities for new beginnings are all around us.
I support Boss's decision as well. The concept of an eye for an eye is a primitive practice that has no place in today's Spina di Rosula.
Yes. Plus, we already know that they're strapped for cash. If their financial situation is that dire, they don't have what it takes to challenge us. So this may be the best time to talk. I still think we should keep an eye out for Romeu's folks, though. If he decides to ignore the warning I gave his men, then we could still have a fight on our hands.
Yeah, those guys definitely didn't look like big fans of yours.
I'd rather things not go that far, since, though we haven't talked to each other for years, once upon a time we were all a part of the Spina di Rosula family.
Yep, that's how I feel as well. Anyway, now that we've sent them packing, we don't have to worry about those guys anymore. It's getting late already. So why don't we stay the night in the Fleuve Cendre? We can head back to Poisson tomorrow. I'll also ask someone to write Florent a letter and inform him of everything that happened here today, so he can increase security around Poisson and be on guard against any suspicious individuals.
Do we have to stay in the Fleuve Cendre again? Even the pillows there smell like seaweed.
Sorry, that's just what happens when you live near water and don't get much sunlight. Poisson's pretty much the same though, so I've long since gotten used to it. We can still go out in the evening for some grilled fish and drinks, though. Bet you there'll be people singing sea shanties too. How does that sound?
Huh. That does sound pretty cool. Okay, Paimon's on board now. Let's go. Paimon wants to sing too.
we got the uniform. I imagine these people sitting on the bench watching this whole thing going, what the heck? Oh, it's a tiny little suit. Yeah. I like this because it's sort of like, here, we're giving this to you, so when you're grown up and an adult, you can join the Spina. You know, it's a good idea because if they had made it in a child size, then it would have like been implying that they were letting her in right that moment. And it's like, no, this is for you. You know, once you fill it in, you'll be able to join us.
Coming back here really does feel like this place is starting to grow on Paimon. If you think about it, it would be kind of weird if the Spina's base at the court was some super luxurious building like the Palais Mermonia.
Totally. Right on the money, Paimon. Although, of course, with the continued growth of the Spina, Papa wanted Poisson to eventually grow into a metropolis, not unlike the court. He was a very ambitious man, who rarely looked behind or beneath him. For better or worse, that always made him stand out from the crowd.
To be honest, it was like, if he wanted Poisson to grow, maybe he shouldn't have had it in a hole. You know, it's like this is one of the reasons probably why it ended up getting it suffered from the primordial seawater first, because it was the lowest area that had people in it, that wasn't surrounded by big walls like the Fortress of Meripede.
And that's also why people hated him just as much as they loved him.
All right. Why don't you go wait for me at the restaurant? I'll go do some prep and I'll get someone to tidy up your room while I'm at it. You can use the same room as last time. You still remember the room number, yeah?
Yep, yep. Kinda hard to forget when there are only so many rooms here after all.
Oh, did I just hear someone taking a dig at Fleuve Cendre?
Oh.
I'll tell my guys to stuff your pillows full of actual seaweed right now.
Oh, Paimon's sorry! Please have mercy, Navia! If you do that, then Paimon really won't be able to sleep at all!
I was just kidding. Be on your way now.
uh, I really wish we actually could go into that building and there was rooms. I like having places in the different regions where it's like, oh, here's an area with a bed and stuff that you could hang out in.
Hello? Are you asleep yet? Oh, no, not at all. I just figured that since we don't get to enjoy nights like these very often, we should try to enjoy it to the fullest. Wanna go fishing? I've got some rods and lures ready.
Oh, so that's the prep you were talking about. Sure, we'll come.
Hopefully I didn't wake you or anything.
fishing if you're too tired. Just think of it as keeping me company. How does that sound?
Oh, she's still feeling really bad. It's okay. It's okay, Navia. We're here.
Okay, let's go. To the fishing spot.
Kind of ironic. We have to go under the closest warp point is basically under the water, so that we can climb out to go fish. Sure, Navia could probably do the dolphin jump. Oh, she really did set up stuff with some big fishing rods.
How can you call this fishing when you're using a fully automatic rod?
Mm.
What's the problem? Lots of people in Poisson use rods like these. But shouldn't fishing be all about, attentively watching the float and then excitedly reeling in the catch and finally hook something? Well, that's one way to enjoy fishing. What do you think, traveler?
I like Paimon's method, manual all the way. Automation is more efficient. I'll side with Navi on this one.
That's how I feel as well. To me, I'm happy as long as I catch some fish. Honestly, Paimon's mainly shocked at how much energy you still have at this hour. Usually by this time of night, it's a struggle for Paimon to even keep her eyes open.
Ugh.
Huh. It might just be something that runs in my family. That's a thing? I'm sure you'd get even sleepier if I delved more deeply into it. Anyway, I was just thinking about how grateful I am to my mother, as well as the rest of the Spina. My father always had a lot of unrealistic expectations for me. But the more that he tried to get me to become like him, the less I wanted to listen to what he had to say. My mother never had those kinds of expectations, though. I've heard that she had only one wish for me, which was that I would have a happy and secure childhood. All the members of the Spina greatly respected her wish, so no matter what I did as a child, they were happy to humor me. Can you imagine? Whenever my father wanted to scold me for something I'd done, everyone would form up into 2 rows and just stand silently and listen to him rant. Maloose and Silver were always there too.
Just
No matter what Papa yelled, nobody else would say a word. Eventually, Papa must have recognized scolding me over trivial matters was pointless, because he eventually stopped getting on my case so often. Paimon would have never guessed. Yeah, looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. When I was young, I often thought that I could do whatever I wanted, because there'd always be someone there to clean up after me. But once, I saw Maloose come back wounded. He wouldn't tell me how he'd been injured, but I could tell it had something to do with me. I learned then that there's always a cost to making a mistake. The more you care about those around you, the more you should care about doing the right thing to the best of your abilities. Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably may come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes.
Oh gosh, please don't cry.
Sorry. Sorry. I shouldn't have brought that up. I wasn't planning to talk about sad things tonight. Basically, I was just saying that the nurturing atmosphere of the Spina must have been my mother's legacy, rather than my father's.
Ugh.
And if that's the only way that I can continue to feel her love, then I'd like to pass that warmth on.
Is that why you let those guys go today?
Mm-hmm. Although, maybe there's a part of not wanting to repeat the mistakes of the past. I want to be reasonable, at least. Hey, look! I think you've got something on the line!
But why isn't the rod automatically reeling it in?
Oh, there must be something wrong with how I installed the mechanism. It was my first time putting one of those rods together. We can't let it get away. Come on, you two. Let's catch it.
You want Paimon to help too?
Ho!
You didn't attach a hook to your line?
Whoops. uh. That would give a reason why no fish were biting.
Stop wasting time. The boss ain't gonna wait all day.
Uh-oh, I knew it.
We'll go ahead with the operation tomorrow. Do with that information as you wish.
And he do that right over here.
Well, your rod was missing a part too, so I guess that makes it fair.
Rat, I knew it.
Well, if we're just talking about the number of missing parts, sure. Oh, never mind. Paimon really can't keep her eyes open anymore.
All right, go to bed. I had a great time today.
Tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. So how was last night? Did you get a good night's sleep?
Get that guy away from Navia.
Paimon dreamt that she danced with the sea stars, so you could say it was stellar. Get it?
Uh-oh. Like, whoa, what a face. Not impressed.
I didn't know you had such a great sense of humor.
See, this guy gets it.
Anyway, let's head out. I'll arrange for a boat to take us back to Poisson. I'm sure Adele will be happy to see you two again.
Paimon hopes she'll really appreciate your gift.
I hope so too.
Oh, we got a fishing rod. Where it went. Pretty sure it was a furnishing. I believe this is the one that Navia likes. Have to put one of those guys by her. There it is. Poisson Trigger Transmission Fishing Rod. A fully automatic fishing rod designed by combining the rich fishing experience available in Poisson and complex clockwork technology. Despite its enormous size, once properly assembled, even complete beginners can easily catch large fish using it. Of course, this doesn't mean that this tool is suitable for everyone, as this fishing rod has a complex clockwork mechanism that requires meticulous and thorough maintenance. Otherwise, malfunctions such as reel failure or hook detachment may occur frequently. Considering the high cost and difficulty of learning the necessary maintenance skills, learning traditional fishing techniques with a relaxed mindset might be a viable alternative to using this device. Uh,
My time with the Spina has taught me that carrying an unreliable weapon is worse than not carrying one at all. Dell, we're back! We brought you a gift from the court, too. Whoa! Thank you so much, boss!
Don't call her boss, okay, Adele? Just Miss Navia would be fine.
Oh, it's all right. I don't mind. Besides the gift, I've also got another surprise. Guess who's here?
no.
It's been a while!
Oh, it's you two. It has been a while indeed. Thank you so much for your help on Jacques' case. I've heard that you also helped save all of Fontaine. You're truly just like the great heroes of legend.
You're really amazing! And if Miss Navia's your friend, then she must be super amazing too! What's in this thing? Can I look? Of course! Go ahead. Oh, it's a Spina di Rosula uniform! Is it for me? But isn't it a bit big? Well, it's a gift for future you. When you first told me that you were interested in joining the Spina, I was overjoyed. But it's the Spina's responsibility to protect everyone as well. Being a member means becoming involved in all kinds of dangerous situations. And since you're still young, I don't want your mom to have to worry about your safety. So, I turned you down then by telling you that you'll have to wait until you're older. But this uniform is a promise that you can join us once you're old enough to wear it.
Aw.
Oh, so that's it! Well, thank you so much, Miss Navia. I'll work hard and grow up as fast as I can.
But you can't really grow up faster by working hard. You've got to be patient.
Everyone, I'm really grateful that you remembered my daughter's wish and took it seriously. Thanks to the protection of the Spina, even though her father's no longer with us, we've still felt plenty of warmth and security.
Oh, it's the least we could do. As long as you live in Poisson, even if you're not an official member, you're still part of the family.
Boss!
Uh-oh.
Huh? Is something up, Florent?
They're in trouble.
I've got something urgent to report. Romeu and his folks have gathered outside Poisson and even shipped in a huge pile of explosives.
What? Explosives? What do they want?
It seems like they've been planning this for some time. We started investigating as soon as we received your letter yesterday. But Romeu and his folks must have gotten wind as well, because they abandoned their former posts before we could even check on them. We investigated their tracks and found out that they're after Poisson.
They have smartened up since we caught them red-handed at the court?
Seems like they've got no interest in sitting down and talking at all. We should have gone straight to the Maison Gardiennage.
Sorry, I underestimated the situation. Well, too late now, I suppose. Florent, where are they keeping their explosives?
On the hill to the east of Poisson, near the Clementine line.
Uh-oh. Also, too, is like they're blowing up the mom line. Like, I mean, you at least go after the Callus line.
They want to blow up the Clementine line?
That's mom's line.
Sounds like it.
Romeu and his followers hate the Spina and everything to do with Callus. And the Aquabus was the source of their contention. If they manage to blow up the Aquabus line, all that rubble will come crashing down the hill and straight into Poisson.
Are they insane? There's tons of innocent people in Poisson!
Yeah. If they've been planning this for ages, they're definitely not going to let this opportunity slip by. We have to issue an evacuation order to the townspeople and get them as far away from the entrance as possible. That should save them from the worst of it.
Ugh, like, for Pete's sake, we just finished one, you know, disaster, and now we're having to deal with another one.
Let's get everyone onto our ship. That should be the safest place.
My dear partner, can I leave the Clementine line to you?
Yep.
If the explosives do go off, not only would the people of Poisson be in danger, any aquabuses using the line would plummet to the ground. Let's stop their insanity first, then settle the score with them.
Leave it to us, Navia. Please stay safe, too.
Let's go, you two. We've got to act fast. Miss Melody, please take Adele to the ship.
Uh-oh. Look out. Look out!
Watch out, boss!
I knew it!
What do you think you're doing, Coulter?
I thought all the annoying little hindrances had left, but I still couldn't get rid of you.
You mean this was all a trick? So that you'd be left alone with me? Coulter, are you with Romeu too?
Uh.
I get it now. You knew about their plans all along. You only told us they were doing badly so that we'd drop our guard.
Not quite. Though I share their positions on some issues, I've never cared for his more radical ideas. And that's because, out of the entire Spina di Rosula, I only hate you. Only you, Navia.
What's her? What'd she do?
You better stick close to me.
Romeu promised me that he would leave Poisson alone if I could just take you out. But it was like you were glued at the hip to that pesky traveler. You never gave me a chance to make my move.
And now you decide to do it now? Like, with tons of people who love Navia and are gonna maul you to death? Like, probably not the best idea, dude.
Romeu has lost his patience. I didn't have to be here today, you know. But I swore that I'd kill you, even if it meant buried with you in the rubble.
Wow, this guy is really off the wall.
Why?
Only someone as clueless about the past as you would ask such a foolish question. You never saw the heyday of Spina di Rosula, nor did you ever live through the golden age of Poisson. But I saw it all with my own eyes, and then I had to watch it all die, little by little. And it was all because of you, Navia. Clementine died because of you.
Uh-oh.
Alice died because of you. Malus and Silver died because of you. And so many more dead. Everyone dead. All because of you.
This guy has issues.
So the shock and grief you showed us before, that was in Act 2?
Now you're catching on. I heard Malus was dead the moment I got out. Did you know? Down there in that blasted fortress, I spent a long time thinking about what happened and resolving to apologize to Malus as soon as I got out. Back then, because of that aqua bus, we had a huge fallout. I was convinced that all he cared about was loyalty, and that he had completely lost his capacity for critical thinking. The years passed by in a blur after that. I thought I had finally begun to understand him, and that he could help me relive the good old days again. But then he died, and it was because of you again, Navia. It's always because of you. I once loved the Spina and Poisson more than anyone else. But what is left now of either besides death and ruin? You've single-handedly destroyed everything that was beautiful. Everything I've ever loved.
Don't listen to him, boss. He's just spouting nonsense.
Considering that none of that was her fault. Like, those people died. I mean, first of all, her mother died in childbirth, and it had nothing to do with Navia herself. It had to do with the fact that she probably, like, bled to death or whatever. Then her dad died to protect her, but it was his choice. And then Malus and Silver, they died because they were saving other people. It wasn't even had anything to do with Navia, and she didn't tell them to do that. So this guy is technically spouting nonsense.
Have you ever considered that maybe the people around you don't actually care about you at all? Have you ever considered that maybe you only get respect because you're Callus and Clementine's child? That you've never done anything worthy? That you're just a big nothing? Have you ever considered that maybe people don't stay in Poisson because of you, but only because they have such beautiful memories of the past before you came?
Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes.
Oh dear.
Yeah, looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. But is that really why they support me? Is their kindness real?
Oh boy.
Shut your mouth! I, for one, really like Miss Navia, and my mom loves her too.
And like you tell her, girl. Or you tell him.
I don't know how to explain it, but I like her, and that's that.
I'm sure Mr. Malus would be extremely disappointed in you right now. You've somehow managed to pin the blame for every mistake and tragedy in our history on the boss herself.
Get out of the way, Florent. I don't want to hurt you.
You're gonna have to. Boss, there's no time for this. Stop hesitating and get out of here before you get buried.
Maybe you think you're being the realist by painting the history of the Spina and Poisson like this. But the love that I felt from everyone was just as real. I felt it. They've helped me get to where I am. And even now, I will continue to believe in that love. So let me show you just how much I love the Spina di Rosula.
Like, we're gonna kick your butt.
Hey there!
before I continue, I just want to see what they have in her. Possibly. And she's 3. Better.
Laurent, I'll leave the town to you. Summon the other members and help with the evacuation of the townspeople.
This is like, yeah, a guy just tried to kill me. But I don't care about that. Protect the town!
If you find any of Coulter's accomplices, subdue them quickly, and don't give them the chance to harm any ordinary civilians. I can't allow my partner to face the danger on the Clementine line alone.
Got it, boss. I'm on it. Are you okay, Navia?
I don't know, but I have to go.
Poor Navia, everything for her is just like, there's no catch up. You know, it's like she hardly has any time to actually just process what's happened. It's just like, boom, bad thing happened. Boom, I gotta take care of it. That's all it. That's all there is.
Let's hurry up there. We have to protect the Clementine line. If they're gonna blow up the waterway, they must have planted the explosives next to the support pillars.
Oh my gosh.
Bellowing thunder.
I will have order.
Watch out. The doctor will see you.
Mine with
Hey there.
order guide you. Stabilize.
The doctor will see. We certainly brought a lot of muscle. They're really slowing us down. But if we're meeting resistance, we must be heading in the right direction. Thunderclap!
Solidify.
Attack! Watch out! Coming at ya! Attack!
This is order. Crumble.
A proper send-off from the Spina with love. These must be the explosives, right? And this is the control mechanism. How can we disable it?
It's like we're gonna blow it up already.
Too scared to touch any of this stuff.
Oh, keyhole.
Huh? There's a strangely shaped hole here. What is it for? Oh, that certainly sounds possible. Maybe one of the people we just beat up has the key. Okay, you take this side, Paimon will take the other. Let's see what we can find. Oh, you found it! That's amazing! That should do it, right? Navia and Florent should be able to relax now. Oh, you're right. They could have set explosives elsewhere, too. Let's go.
Uh-oh. Ah! Woo, go Traveler. Uh-oh. That's a lot more rocks.
Partner, just leave the rest to me. Watch out, Navia! You can't block them all! Block? I'm doing this the Spina way.
Ah! Hey. Whew. That was exciting.
I heard from Thierry that even they're your enemies now. They were once a part of Spina di Rosula. Do you plan to settle this privately with them?
I have nothing more to say to them.
Yeah, he's like, she extended the olive branch before, and they just decided, nah, and attacked us. So like, yeah, no, they're not worth talking to.
Regardless of whether their hatred and anger towards me or the Spina was justified, anyone who's willing to endanger innocent civilians is no longer sane enough to even be worth trying to talk to. Please prosecute them in accordance to the law. Spina di Rosula will not raise any objections.
Sounds good. We're very appreciative of your help. Without it, the consequences would have been far worse. All right, this operation is a wrap. Take him away.
We won, Navia! We saved everyone! And you are so cool!
Yeah. Luckily, we were just in time. It's probably because I expended too much elemental energy at once. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
But you usually glow up whenever other people compliment you. Paimon's not used to seeing you like this.
Boss, we managed to catch all the infiltrators in the town. The Maison Gardiennage is taking them away as well. Seems like Romeu really went all in on this mission. If he sent literally everyone he had, though, that also means we've caught them all too. We won't have to worry about them from now on.
Ah, got it. That's good at least.
Oh, you're still alive. Back to the Maripede with you.
Colt,
Hmm.
I can understand how you feel. The things that we lost, they're forever beyond our grasp now. And that makes them appear even more precious. I am not callous, and I will also never become him. The Spina and the Poisson that you loved are both gone. But I will not change how I feel about our future. I still believe that this is a great opportunity to start anew. I will spend more of what the Spina earns on the betterment of Poisson. What's more, I'd also like to propose some changes to the Aquabus routes, so that one day the people of Poisson will enjoy the boons it brings as well.
I know what you're trying to say. Mr. Callis would never have said anything like that. There are too many things in life that are just beyond our control. In that,
henceforth. You are no longer a member of Sina di Rosula.
It's like, well, he did just try to kill you. It's like, he should be going back to Fortress of Maripede.
But once you're discharged from the fortress again, you're welcome to pay another visit to Poisson.
Thank you, Navia.
She's much too forgiving to that guy.
As I thought. Boss really is a kind and gentle person.
She is also, I must say, a truly unlucky person. Thank you for protecting the Clementine line. I was actually really scared, you know. I mean, even the Callus line won't be getting rebuilt anytime soon. If I'd lost the Clementine line too, I wouldn't know how to live with myself. A name is a way to etch a memory onto the world. Losing the line that bears her name, that I can see every day, would be like losing my mother all over again.
Oh, gee. Poor Navia, she deserves so many hugs.
Seeing it still standing there, tall and proud, it makes me really happy.
What happened while we were gone? Honestly, you look more upset than tired or anything.
Just give her some time.
Yeah, that's right, because the Traveler didn't see all that stuff with Coulter.
Thank you so much. Can you give me a hand? I really don't have much strength left.
She worked so hard.
I want to ask you something. And please, tell me the truth. Do you really see me as your partner?
Of course I do.
Of course.
Ah! She spoke!
That's good then. Hearing that, it brings me more relief than I can say.
Like, I got your back, Navia.
How do you feel, Navia? Any better after taking a break?
I feel quite a bit better. But I should probably still rest for a few more days. Sorry, partner. I said some weird things earlier. Feel free to just ignore me.
A little weird, that's true, but that's because I've never heard you doubt yourself before.
I used to think that I'd never doubt myself. But you could say I've discovered that I'm not as strong as I thought I was.
Aw. Poor Navia.
Coulter mentioned my parents, as well as Maloose and Silver. It's all thanks to them that I've made it this far in life. Do you think they ever regretted the choices they made? Has my existence made this world a better place?
Of course it has.
Don't think like that, Navia. You've already done more than enough. No matter what others think, we'll always support you to the end of the world.
Well, since it's ended up like this, I suppose it's time for me to make a confession as well.
Oh no, not you too.
There's something that I've been keeping from you as well, boss. Please, follow me. Everything is already prepared.
Florent, I hope you can understand that I can't deal with any more shocking revelations right now.
Don't worry. This surprise will be a pleasant one.
Good. I was gonna like if he decides to tell us, oh, by the way, I was on the bad guy's side too, but I had a change of heart. I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, to see the surprise. Where is it? Oh, it's in Poisson. It's just underground. Okay. I was gonna say, I was like, wait a minute, where is it? We're heading. I feel a bit bad about making Navia run. She's so tired.
Why is everyone gathered here? And what's this?
This was supposed to be a gift to you from everyone in the town. We were originally planning to show it to you once it was finished. But special times call for special measures. I've never seen you look so defeated before. So I've decided to show you the designs before the final product was done.
Do I really look that bad?
Well, if you're ready, I'll unveil the present.
Hmm.
Cute.
This is...
Aw.
Papa, Mother, and me.
It's actually so really sweet. We also get to see what her mom looks like. That's amazing. I hope this sticks around.
We designed the look for Miss Clementine based on old camera records, as well as personal recollections from members of the Spina.
Wow! This is the statue you mentioned before?
It is indeed. To be honest, we decided on the design a long time ago, and gave the sculptor permission to begin working. We only asked Boss to decide on a design so she wouldn't realize we had already started.
How could we only have statues of Mr. Callis and Mrs. Clementine?
Even though Boss is still young, we've all seen the work she's put in regarding the whole synth business and rebuilding of Poisson.
We wanted to commemorate her contributions with a statue as well.
I don't know what Spina di Rosula was like in the past, but I know it's a great organization now.
With Navia around, we're not worried about this place's future.
We are gathered here today to tell our boss that we support you and believe in you wholeheartedly. I believe everyone is here for you, not the glory days.
That's what we believe as well.
I also always believe in the bond between us.
Thank you so much, everyone. Then I'll be brave and just accept everyone's support for what it is. This really is quite the surprise. I never thought that I'd have the chance to stand next to my mother. Not even in my wildest dreams.
Aw, that was so nice.
It seems like I started to question myself a bit too much. I'll pick myself up again and become a more reliable president for all of you. Looking back on it, I'm honestly embarrassed by how I acted earlier.
Aw.
I'm sure everyone longs for that one thing in life that seems trivial to others, but they themselves can never obtain. To me, that would be a family portrait. I've always been super jealous of other people's family photos. I've never thought I'd receive a family portrait of my own. Especially not like this. This seems like I'm not such an unlucky person after all. It seems like I started to... Looking back on it...
I want to see what Vale says too.
You know, I've thought about it before. Though my mother only wanted me to live a happy life, that's actually a tall order as well. In practice, it's just as hard to achieve my father's expectations for me. Even though my parents had very different personalities, they always had a lot of respect for each other. The Aquabus project was a monumental project that stood to benefit all of Fontaine. It would have been a little close-minded to assess or evaluate it only from the perspective of the clan. I think that's probably why she didn't step in to mediate or oppose the building of the lines. It seems like looking back on it, whoa, whoa, whoa. Why did you have to remind me? Please don't say that again. It's super embarrassing for me. Oh, forget it now. Please forget that I ever said anything. Oh, wait. But it'd also be bad if you were to forget it.
It's okay, Navia.
Okay, but please keep it a secret between us from now on. Please don't ever mention it again.
Gosh. There we go. Story quest is complete. Fine. Ah! All right. So, we have been streaming for about 4 hours, and I'm getting tired. I might stream a little bit more later because I want to play around with the what you call it, the teapot realms for that. But I need to go eat some lunch. So, thank you guys for coming, and I hope you had fun watching or listening to the whole the stream. And if you want, I have a Twitter account and Discord that you can find on my main Twitch page if you want to follow to see when I'm going to be streaming again, and so on. Okay, I will also be uploading this onto YouTube so you can watch it there again if it gets destroyed because Twitch does that. So, well, thank you guys for coming. Bye.